Hi there, welcome back to our next video of the CTCRC Jaguar Challenge XKR. In the last pigeon, in the last episode, you saw us grenade the engine at Silverstone, and then we went off to Mallory Park. We had a successful test day. So since then, we've raced at Brands Hatch, which was our official second round. To say I thought I was in over my head was a bit of an understatement. It's massively different to how I was expecting it to be. There's far more involved. It's far more complicated than it is racing our track day, our little mini round and round in circles at Coombe. So I was at the back of the pack, make no mistake. However, car good. This bag of meat needs lots of work. That's fine though. So we then went off to Coombe. I didn't do any filming there purely because I was just trying to concentrate on what I was doing. Trying to get into the racing, so to speak. So fortunately everyone there and everyone in the series is they're just like epic. Everyone's really helpful. Everyone's like helping me show me where I got to go. Tom and Swallow's crew are obviously keeping all the kids entertained, and that when I'm out racing it's just genius, like one big family, to be fair. But I thought I would carry on now and do a bit more YouTubing, some videoing and of how we're getting on, and some other bits and pieces that we're doing to the car. So we went to Coombe, and I will put the little bit of footage we had at Coombe. This is a lap at Coombe in the XKR. There we go. So we've got oil pressure issues, which we've hopefully resolved, because our next round is at Oulton Park. Hopefully those are resolved. We've got some other bits and pieces we want to do in there. So, but yeah, it corners far harder than I anticipated. We've gated the sump, but we're still suffering. So that is what it is. We can deal with that. So that's done. Oulton Park is this weekend. So we just booked our space last night. Actually, we're running a bit behind. We didn't know whether we were going to make it. Just got so much work on. So we're going. I'm just now on the way. The other thing we struggled with at Coombe was like the diff. It's got an open diff in it. It's very frustrating. You can probably see in the video I'm just feathering the throttle to try and get it out of the bends. It's really frustrating. So I'm obviously concerned, like obviously it's going to be cutting us down on time, but I'm just going to be destroying tyres consistently, which we don't really want for a minute. It's expensive. So diff is next on my list. Diff, and I want a bit more cambering on the front, so we're going to design and build some new top arms to go on the car. But I'm just now going off because everyone's bullied me into getting a livery on the car. So I'm just on the way now to the graphics factory in Chard to get it dealt with. So hopefully in a minute, in a second, hopefully, as long as it all goes well, we'll have a picture of how the car looks. It's not got my branding all over it. I've never really been into it. I still feel odd wearing a shirt with me branding on. I don't know why, but yeah, so it's not my branding. But let's get it done now. Okay, so the car's back, graphics factory in Chard, sorted us right out. I'm so happy. So she is now adorned in the Martini colours, which I think it was 993, chassis one of the TWR XJ220, I think late suffix M, had the same livery. I'm really happy. I really am. I think it suits the car so well. So we're really happy. Car's good to go. Going to load it on the trailer now. I haven't been doing anything in here to the car. It's just been sat in here out of the way just last night. So we're going to load it on the trailer and then get up and head to Oulton Park. So we've got some flashy lights on the kids' bicycle wheels, so they'll be excited in the evening. So yeah, hopefully, plan is that's this time not to come last. We'll see. The thing still scares me to death, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, like it's properly exciting regardless. So yeah, let's get this on the trailer and we'll head up to Oulton Park. Right, we're just set off. Doesn't she look pretty? So we've just stopped, haven't we? We're obviously normally Jaguar racers would probably be eating, I don't know, lobster thermidor or something at this sort of point of view, but from this time of the day. But we're having a dirty burger, bit of a part of the treat, isn't it, mate? So yeah, we're heading up to Oulton Park. It's, like I say, it's a bit later than I'd anticipated. I had a bit of work to do this morning, but we'll get there before they close. Isn't she pretty? Right then, where's Mummy with these burgers? So we've arrived, haven't we? And where's the prettiest car here? Where is it? There it is. Right, let's get unloaded and see the boys. Right, we are literally all ready to go for tomorrow. All the Swallows boys are. There's a couple of them out testing. We are all going to go for a walk around the course now and watch some of the Super Tourers practicing, aren't they? Yeah. So we're going to go and watch them now.
And find a play area.
And find a play area. Maybe even find a bite to eat. What do you think? Yeah. Right, let's go and see what we can find. Never been here before. It's quite big. Oh. It's the obligatory cycle around the race course. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
I'm not cycling because I've got these.
You also can't cycle.
And I can't ride a bicycle. You should see me trying to drive a car. Right, so we've got to go for a driver's briefing because it's the first time I've ever been here. So I'm going to go up now to the media centre and get that dealt with. There's Tim getting his scrutineering. We've got all that done, so I'm going to go off and get that done. And then we've managed to bag a cheeky little 15-minute practice, which is before qualifying. So I feel very out of my depth here. It feels like it's everyone's local track, and I am sitting here shitting myself, if I'm honest. So let's go and do the practice and see how I feel after that. So hopefully you'll see a very short video of me doing practice, because I'm sure it'll be fairly boring, but you get to hear the car again, so that's good, right? There's lots of cool stuff here, loads and loads of cool cars. Tom and the boys from Swallows in the they're pretty much lovely. Cosworth, they're ready to go. Tom's gonna win for sure, but ready to rock.
Ben Roberts.
Okay, so we've finished qualifications now, and I finished 22nd out of 25 or 23 or something, so all the way at the back. What I did was go out in practice and heat the tyres right up and essentially have like no grip and no brakes in qualifying, which was exceptional. So anyway, we're starting at the back. We've qualified if nothing else, so just going to refuel it and go out for race one.
Place, not sure whether he made that kick.
So I've finished race 1.
Yeah.
And I started in 20... Was it 23rd? 23? You don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I was eating... What were you eating? Sweets? No. So we started in 23rd and we finished in 14th. So we're happy. Appreciated. The majority of that was people spinning off in front of me and such like. But we did do a few overtakes. But yeah, ultimately, Cinderella has done a 14th position. So... we've moved up quite a lot of the grid, so we're really happy. Car is behaving fine. Really hot rear tyres, which I'm really struggling with because it's doing everything that I'm not expecting, but again, we're happy. Some cheeky old Porsche thing, obviously I saw the livery and thought, oh, I quite fancy that, but no. Not Porsche livery, is it? So yeah, we've got race 2 and we're going to be starting on row 7, which is scary because every time I pull away in the thing quick, it just lights up one of the rear wheels and I look like an absolute hand grenade sat there wheel spinning. But still, all of you lot have been eating sweets and chocolate cake and all that sort of thing, and so you're now brushing your teeth, ready to watch Daddy do some winning, I suppose.
Yeah.
What do you think? Gonna do some winning?
Yeah.
Right. So the other thing is I used I brought with me 60 litres of fuel in the car, brimmed it in a 60 litre tank, brought with me a further 60 litres in jerry cans. It's all in it now. I've got one race to go, so I think we're going to have used probably 110 litres of fuel. It's not the best on fuel. Right, let's go and do race 2 and try not to bin it.
Rescue vehicles all up to the back of the grid, waiting for green flags at the rear. Red lights are on, red lights are off, and away they go. Let's start. 99, James Rabb and...
Whoops, I forgot to carry on and do some YouTube-y stuff, didn't I, after we'd finished. So I just thought I'd catch up with you in the best services that I know of, which is our go-to on the way back from racing apparently nowadays. It's the Gloucester Farm Shop services. Excellent pies, but hideously expensive petrol. So cars all in one piece. It was a pretty eventful race 2. In actual fact, we did a DNF. Bit sad. That said, not too bad. Essentially, it's a bit of an eventful race. Basically, we all lined up to start as per normal. Off we went, round turn 1, down through Cascades, I believe it's called, and then Rick Walker has got a lovely green XJS, usually way up there, and he sort of went off round. It happened sort of like 2 or 3 cars in front of me, and it sort of went at a big off. It's a bit worrying, to be quite fair, but yeah, so he's all right, thankfully. But the car's looking a bit sorry for itself. But yeah, hopefully he sorts that soon. Hopefully it all goes back together for him, because I'd be gutted, frankly, and I'm gutted for him. But anyway, we sort of went back round and re-gridded the whole race. They cleared up the mess, I assume, because I was sat on the racetrack. It's very hot, car was getting like ridiculously hot. The inlet temperatures, it's because it's charge cooled, it just heat soaks like mad to get rid of it, with no airflow is just ridiculous, but that's by the by. So off we went, we started up, did a couple of 3 laps, and then I sort of looked in the mirror. Nothing changed with regards to the drive of the car. Everything felt fine, but I emitted many smokes from the rear. So luckily I noticed it really immediately, but so I let off. I thought the worst. I thought I'd grenaded another engine. Oh, happy days, what have I done now? Maybe this isn't for me. And so I came off, I retired, sort of drove back to the car or the van, put it up on the trailer, like the trailer like sort of tilts up, so drove it up, and like I said, still driving and behaving absolutely fine. No temperature issues, no oil pressure issues. I just sort of scrolled through on
you know, on the AIM dash. Anyway, it turns out that there's an oil seal on the back of the gearbox, on the output flange, of course. That has just like popped out by the looks of it. I've got under and given the thing a shake, the prop shaft, so that it doesn't appear that the bearing's gone. I guess it's just you know, it's a second-hand gearbox at the end of the day, and I haven't. Again, it's all like 20-25 years old. All the stuff we're using is classic car at the end of the day. So yeah, we've got another little job to do now, which is mend that. So yeah, essentially the gearbox oil was just flown all around, both the exhaust pipes run right next to it, covered it in oil. Every time it's getting hot, it's just hissing smoke from under the car. So anyway, so nothing caught fire. I'm happy, really. I'll be honest. Although we had to retire, I was genuinely relieved. So yeah. The next thing that I'm going to do, so we've got a few weeks, I think it's 6 weeks before Thruxton. One of the things that we haven't been able to do is I've been sort of like Tom and Dan from Swallows, Jaaag as well has been sorting out my geometry for me, you know, because I don't know anything about it. I really don't. I'm more than happy to get involved with most things, but I just don't know anything about geometry, only the basics. So one of the things that they sort of said is that we can't get enough camber on the front by light loads. We need like far more camber, like 2 or 3 degrees, I think they were saying more. So but there's nothing available. Like the same with everything with this car, there's just nothing available. There's only, as far as I'm aware, three racing in the UK. There's another XKR, Chris Boone's, which has been racing. He's very successful, in fairness. He's been racing as an XK8 for the majority of the time, and changed over to an XKR last year. But you know, he's a good racing driver, and he is very good, and it's usually quite successful. And there's another XK8 that is racing, and he again is doing like very well, far better than I probably ever will. But they're both doing like really well. But as far as I know, it's probably one of a handful. One of a handful of manual ones, and certainly one of at least only 3 actually doing any racing. And it's probably the only actual genuine at the factory XKR racing. But that's by the by. Again, it makes no difference. The car's the same. But what I'm trying to get at is that there's nothing available with our Mini, you know, or any of those things. We want a bit of camber, we just buy a camber plate, like a couple hours on Sunday morning, and we've got camber. But there is nothing. It's all just OEM. We're still running on OEM bushes, OEM diff, all of those things. So it's one of these are the things I'm hoping to sort of upgrade as we go. But you know, if we're gonna do that, then I think we ought to do the diff. So hopefully by Thruxton we should have more front camber, LSD. I'm genuinely thinking that most of my tyre issues, my tyre temperature issues are down to the diff. So I think not only will it sort of make us a bit faster coming out of the bends, because I'm literally just getting one wheel peels everywhere, but I genuinely believe it'll stop us cooking the tyres up. So another bonus as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, so that's where we are. So I can see them now coming back with my pie. Hopefully it's a very nice pie, and hopefully they got me more than one, because it's been a very, very busy day. You probably just about see them there, they're just over there. But yeah, they're heading back to my pie, so I'm going to sit in the bus and have pie. So hopefully, I think I'm better at making videos when I'm actually building something or making something. This, I feel like I'm just dribbling. So hopefully it doesn't come across that I'm just dribbling. But yeah, like I say, I'll be making something in the next video ready for Thruxton, so hopefully it'll be a bit more interesting for you. But anyway, yeah, that's been Oulton Park. It's been a bit of a weekend. Ultimately, I'm really happy, successful. We're sort of, I think we're going around now in 2 minutes and 6, which is probably by many standards very slow, but in a 1400 kilo XKR, first time I've been there, and I'm obviously no racing driver. Although apparently I need to change my my description of myself on my Instagram, so I've been told this weekend, to racing driver, so I'm gonna do that. Anyway, I'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful wonderful day, evening, whatever you're doing, and we'll catch up soon. Like, subscribe, all of those things.